right, here we go. We're taking a break from Secret Wars. Check out the latest from NECA Last Ronin collection. We absolutely love the Last Ronin figures from NECA. They look amazing. They look like the comic. They have this great cell shading aspect to them. Check out all our videos on those if you want to see everything in the collection now, including figures, deluxe sets, and accessory packs. So now we have our first vehicle in the set, and we have the motorcycle with Casey Marie, first teased at SDCC this past year. This great two-pack features two versions of Casey Marie. So we have her without her mask on at the beginning of the comic, the first comic. We see her as her bike is stolen with that little biker gang. And later on, she dresses like Robin for some reason when they're assaulting Baxter Stockman's base. And we could also see the Ronin here fitting on the bike, which he did steal it and use it, borrowed it briefly with no intention of returning it. So we'll check that out as well when we go through the video. So why don't you come on in and check this guy out. All right, so here we go. We have our Casey Marie with the motorcycle. We have a little soft goods pack in the back here. We'll check out in a moment. And let's get a closer look at this figure. Absolutely love how this turned out. She comes default with our little Robin head here. You can see the figure here has little holsters in the back. It has that great look from the comics, the intensity on the face. It's going to have a lot of articulation like we've seen on all the figures. I don't think we need to go over it, but it has bicep, shoulder, wrist, elbow, knee, hip, and ankle. And then as well as the waist. This one I think turns side to side, maybe a little forward and back. Yeah, look at that, a little forward and back, and then the head. So a lot of layering going on there. You have these armors here you could probably take off once you get the head off if you wanted to change that up. So very nicely designed figure. Absolutely love it. And it looks like a figure that you could ride on a motorcycle. So it's always funny when they design these things with no intention of ever fitting on the vehicle that they're packaged with. But this looks like a completely newly tooled bike, and I absolutely love that. I can see the little cell shading marks all over it here, where they give you a little bit of that distinct comic look. You can see the front here turns when I turn the handlebars. The wheels don't spin or anything like that, but you get the light there, you get the license plate. I mean, it looks really sharp. Let's see if the kickstand works. So you could put that here and stabilize it. Very, very nice. And it comes with this, so I think you can give it a look here of the bike driving or being used on the road without fear of it falling over. So pretty nice. There's probably a way to pop that in a little bit. Whoop, I guess not. But anyway, that is that is basically how it sits on there. And yeah, it looks pretty good that way. Yeah, I definitely think that's a cool addition to make it, you know, stick out a little bit more. All right, so we have the bike, we have Casey Marie. Let's check out some of the other heads. So we have the little bike head from the beginning of the comic where she comes out of the bar. So I think that's pretty cool. And then we have sort of like training head Casey Marie, where she was training with her sensei, the Last Ronin. So let's switch up the heads here a little bit and give her the look of coming out of the bar. I don't think she had the armor on. I'll have to go back and look at the panel for that. But oh, that snapped on so well. Well, because I didn't do it. That's why I was going to say that was the easiest head change I've ever had with a NECA figure. So we got the head on there, and she looks great. I mean, look at that with the little goggles and everything. Really nice job. So let's check out some of the accessories before we start playing around with the bike a little more. And we have... She has a little, I think it's called a rapier here with the blade and the hook. She has a grenade right here. She has her, oh, these are going to be tough to get out. You can always tell when something's going to be really hard to get out. Let's see if we can use this. They're round. That's the problem. So the little tonfa, she's got two of them. Or I think these are Eskrima sticks, not tonfa. She's got two of them here. And I'm assuming... First of all, we're going to have to find a really fine hand to put these in. But I'm assuming these go into the holster here on her back. And you won't necessarily see these. They're a nice little hidden concealment holster that she's wearing there for the tonfa. And then she's got an assortment of hands. So we have open hands right here. We have like little weapon holding hands. These are probably for the tonfa. They're very tiny holes. And then we have bigger holes, and that could be probably for the Eskrima or something like that, or for the handlebars on the bike. So we'll try that out here. So let's see, we'll do a little mix of a couple of things. So we have the handlebar holders, we have the tonfa holders here, and then we have the jacket, of course. We gotta check that out too. We're gonna be thorough here. We're gonna check out everything. So the jacket, whoop, the trench coat rather, gives her that edge, I think, toward the latter parts of the novel. She was wearing this trench coat. We'll see, yeah, she looks, you could put her creepier head on, and then let's put her all in here. She could have the whole coat look. So a lot of different ways you could put this character together. I kind of like that. Coats are always tricky. And that's why I take the head off. I think it just makes it a whole lot easier to get a coat on when the character doesn't have a head. Because you have that extra point you kind of have to get. There we go. Kind of have to get it through. And the head just gives you a whole extra thing to have to come over. So, all right, so I got the two arms in, and then I got her missing head. I need a head. We'll put the mask head on here. There we go. Pops into place. We have that nice hood on there, and I think she's looking really tough here with her trench coat. It's a nice look. I like that. You could, if they had a wire in it, you could probably display it a little better. So it's gonna kind of hang there a little bit, but you know, I think that's kind of the point of the look, to just kind of hang there a little bit. So not a bad coat. I like this. They engineered a leather or pleather coat really well. So I'll give that to NECA for doing that. But let's check out a little bit of what she looks like on the bike though, because we want to see her driving the bike. So in order to do the driving the bike look, we're gonna switch out those hands. I think the handlebars will be better if we go with the, let's see, the wider ones here. Now with the NECA, you always want to do like a twist and pull or twist and push motion. If you pull these straight out, they could snap really easy. I've done it at least 3 times on the TMNT line, the movie line. They break. You gotta warm them up a little bit, but the slow motion of twisting and pulling them out, I think just works a lot better than trying to make it work all at once with the just a straight pull. All right, I got the head on here. I'm gonna try to get her into a motorcycle stance, and I think a motorcycle stance would be more like this. There we go. I think that's a little bit better here. All right, so we got her here. We'll get her hands positioned up. Get her over here on the bike, and I think we could do it. I think we could get it on there. Yep. So we could have her riding that motorcycle in a nice little display here. And of course, you know, this isn't the most durable thing, so try to be careful when you're putting your character on your motorcycle. I imagine these handlebars will break if you push too hard. But here we have Casey Marie on her bike. I don't think you could tilt it, but you could have her giving the look like she is driving that motorcycle. So pretty cool look on there. Definitely like how this turned out. Now, what do we want to do with the Ronin? We definitely want to see if the bike works with the Ronin as well. I imagine this is supposed to go in a little, I guess it's not supposed to go in any higher than that, otherwise it would go straight into the bike. So this is as much as you could do on that. So you recall from the panel here, the Ronin had that stick of dynamite on the bike, so I grabbed that. That is from the accessory pack. You can go back and check out a review of the accessory pack, but he was riding the bike with that stick of dynamite, and he mounted it in the handle, like right up here, and then he had it go off when it went into the giant gas container to create a diversion. So a little bit bigger character. So of course he's gonna come down on this thing a little bit more. There we go. You can put his hand on here. He's gonna sit up a little higher on it. Oop, and it's gonna be a little tougher to balance. And then you could have that stick in his hand here of dynamite. So yeah, look at that. You could definitely pull that look off as well. Like I said, you're gonna have to find that center of gravity a little bit more with this guy. But you could definitely pull it off there. There he is riding the bike with the stick of dynamite. So yeah, it does fit both characters. So you can definitely use him in your display. And I think that's pretty cool too. And then you can find a reason to use that stick of dynamite that came in the accessory pack. Yeah, and Casey Marie compared to Last Ronin, of course, you got various looks for him, including the recently released Battle Damaged Ronin. Or is it called Battle Damaged? He's really beat up. He's got all the bandages on. He's not wearing any armor. So I think it's called Battle Damaged. So we'll do one more Casey here. Let's put her in her head with her different hands here. There we go. The slightly more refined Eskrima hands. And these should hold the sticks there. We'll see what that looks like, but that will give us our full look at Casey. And again, doing that twist method and going very slowly as I get these wrists connected. And I like how you can take the armor on or off. It's a fun little way to mix it up with the character. So the sticks we took out, we're going to pop in here. They fit perfectly in those little holes. And then we're just going to end it with putting the head on. Give her a little dynamic fighting pose. And give her that little headband. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there goes the bike. So, yeah, that is essentially Casey Marie here with her bike. And then you could have the Ronin riding on it as well. So you get a lot you can do with this, and I'm glad we have another character. And we get essentially 3 versions of the character: the biker Casey Marie, the training Casey Marie, and the end of novel Casey Marie with the mask on it. And then you have the option of the armor, the option of the jacket. So you're kind of getting 3 figures here. So very nice how they did this one. Really like that. And then you have a whole bunch of accessories for the character as well. So yeah, we didn't show the grenade. The grenade is there. So that is your look at Casey Marie from the Last Ronin with her motorcycle. All right, so that covers our look at this great little new, I don't want to call it accessory set, but 2-pack here with the bike and Casey Marie. A lot of fun stuff you can do with it. You can get different versions. I know it's not perfect because she was wearing more of a purple outfit with a purple shawl over her shoulder toward the beginning with this head. This body is unique toward the end of the comic series. She wore this with the armor on it and the Robin mask, and then she wore the trench coat with the Robin mask at the end of the novel. So yeah, this is the best they can do. Try to incorporate multiple versions. Maybe we'll get more Casey Maries in the future. But the bike lets you work with the Ronin in your little accessory pack. You get different things to do with Casey here with the Eskrima sticks, the rapier, and the little smoke grenade. 3 heads, shoulder armor, different hands. A lot going on here. A little bit on the pricey end. It came, I think it was like $70 for this set. So you're getting the bike though as well, and it's all newly tooled, so you can rest assured they're not trying to recycle something in this one. So not a bad little set here. We just had the accessory pack. We haven't had a mainline release since the Battle Damaged Last Ronin. But here's an interesting thing I wanted to point out. The box has number 14 written on it with a little image on the side. As you recall, the Battle Damaged Ronin was 12. So we don't have a 13. My guess, though, is the Ghost Brothers 3-pack is number 13. So that will help us round out this mural. It's weird, though, because it's Casey Marie and the Ronin here, but you don't know what's quite over here. You kind of see like a sewer background, so maybe it's going to connect over here to the Ghost Brothers in the sewer with them. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe we'll find out at Toy Fair. We'll figure that out. We're going there very soon. It's just next week. We'll have all our videos up, very similar to our Comic-Con coverage. You can check out our past Toy Fair coverage. We'll go booth to booth, and we will see everything that they are showing off, new products, new packaging for products, unannounced products, and then we will talk to whoever will talk to us and then get the little scoop on what is forthcoming and what inspired them on to choose whatever figure they did for production at that time. We're missing some key figures. We're missing April. I know there's a Grammy April coming out, but that's lost years. We're missing Hiroto. I mean, he's the core bad guy. We have multiple versions of Hiroto. He'd be a fun 2-pack as well. So we'll see what they're going to add. Baxter would be another great one to add there. So there are some core characters that we still need in the series. The only figure that we know for sure is coming out, well, we hope he still is we saw him at Comic-Con in San Diego this past year, and that is the Syndra Patrol Officer. Now, if you got the accessory pack, you get the vest and the club to make and the helmet, I think, too, to make yourself a Syndra Patrol officer. Although the character in the graphic novel or comic had black arms, and you can't do that with the Sinja Patrol bot. So this one did, that figure that we saw. You can go back and check out that video. So maybe he'll be coming out soon. Unknown, unclear if maybe he'll come with a car. That would be really cool. That would give us a larger vehicle for this set as well. So we'll keep our eyes peeled and we'll see what happens. So that is all for this time. We'll have more Last Ronin coverage as it becomes available. Like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.